YouTube, what's going on? This one guy here. We another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about the free agents that the Washington Commanders should resign, in my opinion, and then also we're going to talk about Kam Curl speaking out about his possible contract extension, or at least the contract that he is looking to get. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when new content is posted to the channel like this one. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So let's start talking about Kam Curl. So Kam Curl is going into year 4. Okay, he's been one of the best defensive players on our team since stepping foot in this franchise in 2020 in a 7th round pick. He's been a stud. Okay, he has been one of the best safeties in football. All right, and now it's getting to that time where he should be getting paid. Obviously he has one more year on his contract, so he's not like it's not like he has to get paid this offseason, okay? But guys that you typically like and want to keep around, okay, and you want them to be here for the future, you don't let them go into their last year of their rookie deal without having a contract extension. Look at Terry McLaurin, look at Jonathan Allen, okay? And I look at Kam Curl as one of those guys, okay, as one of these leaders, one of these, young guys that are really, really good for us, okay? I mean, you clearly seen, even though it shouldn't be like this, but that should tell you how important he is to this defense. When this man is on the field, we're a complete unit. When he's off the field, it's like everyone just lost their mind. Like they just can't survive without Kam Curl. And it should not be like that. It shouldn't be like that. But since it is and it has been like that, that should just tell you how valuable he is to this defense. And I'm all for him getting paid. Okay, for sure. Everyone throwing around contracts. They saying he's not worth Derwin James and all the top dollar, Justin Simmons, all these guys, top dollar safeties. And I agree. Okay, he's not a Derwin James. He's not a Justin Simmons. Okay. He's not like a top safety to where, like, what I'm saying, he's elite and he's making plays on the ball. He just has all these ridiculous interceptions. Okay, but to our team specifically, he is one of these guys. Okay, and I think he should get a good deal. Now, Kam Curl's dad, Greg Curl, shout out to Coach G Curl. He is a friend of the show. He's been on the channel multiple times. And he said we ain't taking nothing less than I think he said 84 mil. So he's speaking out about Kam Curl, and I'm thinking, like, what is that like? If that he basically like almost close to like 20 mil per Kam Curl. Now I don't know how much Kam Curl is commanding for his new contract, but I would like to think it would be something close to maybe like 17, 16, somewhere in that range for Kam Curl. And that would be fine to me, honestly. But again, it's not like he has to get paid this all season, but I would assume that since he's a player that you want to keep around for the future, and he's one of the top players of this team, you want to get a contract done with Kam Curl. Of Kam Curl's contract, because he's one of the top guys. Now, here is the thing where when it comes to that, if you pay Kam Curl this offseason, that's like you most likely not paying Deron Payne, which I don't think he wants to be back in the first place. But you got to pick and choose what you want to do, because you got a lot of guys that you need to resign. Okay, again, like I said, Kam Curl is not like he does not have to get paid this offseason. I mean, this offseason he still has a year on this contract. So if you feel like Deron Payne, Cole Holcomb, Taylor Heineke, these guys are more important in the current moment, I won't be mad at that, and I will understand, because these guys don't have contracts and you want them back. So with that being said, let's go ahead and look at what Kam Curl actually said about it. So Kam Curl tweeted out today. He said this on Twitter. He says, "Get up out my pockets." Get up out my pockets is what he had to put out for the fans, because everyone is talking about his contract, saying what he deserves and what he doesn't deserve. And he's like, man, get up out my pockets, man. Let me handle this. Let me, my agent, my family, and the team handle this. And you can't do nothing but respect it. Get up out the man pockets. However, I'm going to comment on it because this is my job. This is what I do. I talk about it. And I think he deserves a friendly deal. I think he deserves a good deal that is going to suit both sides. Now, again, I haven't dove into what I believe he deserves, like in a specific range. But I would like to think 15, like 17, is good for him. Yeah, I don't even know what Derwin James is making and Justin Simmons is making. I can look that up here quickly on Spot Track of what these guys are making. But I would like to think he's around that the middle of the pack because he is a top safety in my opinion, but he obviously doesn't make the plays and like the stat. He's not a stat sheet stuffer, but if you watch him like we do, we know how important he is to our team. So having a guy like Kam Curl, you want to make sure he's well fed, man. So you got Derwin James who signed a 4-year, $76 million deal. And then let's look at Justin Simmons. Look where he signed. Justin Simmons. Let's look at what he had to sign for the Broncos. Remember he was on the little franchise tag for a couple years. So he signed a 4-year, $61 million deal. So he actually is making around like 15 a year. So I definitely think that's where Kam Curl should be, probably like lower 13. Now I was saying 15, 16 because I thought these guys were making higher than him. But I don't think Kam Curl is better than these guys because he hasn't shown the stats, right? But as far as how he is for us, he's really good. So actually, I'm looking back on it. He's going to get more than 16 because the cap is constantly going up. Okay. I thought these guys were making 18, 20. It turns out they're not. So Kam Curl, he's probably going to make somewhere between 15 and 16, which again, like I said at the beginning, I wouldn't mind it. I was only going down lower just because I saw that these guys actually were making around that much. And I didn't think Kam Curl was better than these guys, but taking into consideration that the cap is going up and Kam Curl is a dog, he's probably going to make probably between 17 and 18 mil. And yeah, so that is what it is for Kam Curl. He says get about his pockets. So let me know what you guys think about that. Now let's get into these free agents that I believe the Washington Commanders should re-sign here. So as you can see here, we got a ton of free agents. Okay, we got a ton of free agents that the Washington Commanders should resign that are due for a new contract. First guy, you got Wes Schweitzer. Okay, Wes Schweitzer, he's a valuable guard for this team. He is a swing guard. He can play left, he can play right, and he can play center. So he's valuable to this team in many ways than one. So I think you do need to work out a deal with him. Maybe bring him back on a 2-year, $10 million deal or something like that, or 2-year, like $14 million deal where it's like $7 million per, something like that. And then you got Deron Payne. You got Deron Payne, the biggest one. Obviously, I would like to have him back, but I don't think he wants to come back. So he probably is going to end up somewhere else. But if you offer Big Payne, you got to offer him something more than Jonathan Allen. So I would definitely offer him. Trey Turner, he can walk. He's already a free agent. Cam Sims, I like Cam Sims. I would want him back personally because I think he can provide for this offense more than what they are allowing this guy. They're holding back his potential. If I am Cam Sims, I'm going somewhere else. I'm going somewhere else where a team where they're going to actually use me as a fourth string, wide receiver, fifth string, actually get me involved in the offense. Because again, I'm not saying Cam Sims is a 1, a 2, or a 3, or a 3. But what I'm saying is he deserves to be on the field in red zone opportunities on third downs. Like when you need a guy that can go climb the ladder, Cam Sims has shown you multiple times, year in and year out, that he is that guy. So why does he not see the field? You got to start the question. It is the coaching staff. So if I'm Cam Sims, knowing my special teams background, knowing how good of a special teams guy I am, I would go somewhere where they would promise me more playing time as a receiver because he deserves it. But if it was up to me, I would bring him back. Next guy, you got Joey Sly. I would bring back Joey Sly. However, I would also either draft a guy or bring in some competition for him. Do not let Joey Sly go into the training camp just knowing he's the guy and feeling like he's the guy. Because I feel like when a guy like him goes into training camp with that notion, it lessens how hard they work in training camp. If he goes into training camp knowing that it's somebody that's trying to come take his job, breathing down his neck, then he is going to push. It's going to put a fire on them and make him want to play better because he did not finish the season well. Obviously, we know. In I want to say it was the Giants game, and we know he just wasn't good down the stretch. Next guy, you got Taylor Heineke. I want Taylor Heineke back. I know y'all like a lot of y'all like. I don't want him to be a threat to Sam Howell. I want Taylor Heineke back because you have to have a competent backup quarterback in this league. Okay, Taylor Heineke wants to be back here. I want him back on a reasonable deal. So bring back Taylor Heineke. But if not, Noah Scott Turner's gone. I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor Heineke goes somewhere else. Wherever he goes, I'm not gonna be mad at him for leaving because if he holds a grudge against Ron Rivera for benching him versus for the last couple games of the season and practically causing us a chance at the playoffs, I wouldn't be mad at him at all, man. I would not at all. But I would want to bring back Taylor Heineke on a reasonable deal, maybe like a 2-year deal or something small, something reasonable. F.A. Obata, I'm not banging the table for F.A. Obata. He could walk. But he was cool for real. Next guy you got Tyler Larson. I know a lot of y'all are done with Tyler Larson and Chase Roulier because they've been getting injured for the last 2 seasons, season-ending injuries for the last 2 years. However, I still would bring back Tyler Larson because when healthy, he is a quality backup center, and those are hard to come by. Okay, when he was in the lineup, we were stable. Once he went out the lineup, things went crazy. Okay, it's such a relief to have a guy like Chase Roulier starting, who's really good when he's healthy. Thing is, he's really healthy because he's always hurt, but when he's healthy, he's good. And then Tyler Larson, his backup, when he has to go in there, he's good too. And I understand, guys, health is the biggest reason why you don't want to let him go. But I'm telling you, re-signing him is a good idea because when he's healthy, he's really good, and then you wouldn't have to go out there and find a center. I hear a lot of people wanting to move on from Chase Roulier. I wouldn't do that quite yet because you're open. But with issues that you have at guard, you're making another hole by getting rid of Chase Roulier, and you don't have to do that. Next guy, you got David Mayo. Don't want him back here, but more likely than not, he will. You know, that's a Ron Rivera guy. John Bostic, same thing. Don't want him back here, but it's a chance he will be back because he's a Ron Rivera guy. Nick Martin, he could walk. Jonathan Williams, he could walk. But, you know, again, he's the guy that's going to be around, that's going to be lingering around the practice squad realm of things. Khaleke Hudson, I need to see more Khaleke Hudson, okay? Because, and these are restricted free agents. He's a restricted free agent. But he showed me something in the Cowboys game. But I'm not a surprise. I've been saying Khaleke Hudson can play. We should put him out there over David Mayo and John Boston, but we just don't have the coaching staff that thinks like that. Put the young guys in. So I would definitely, he's a restricted free agent, but if it comes to that time where we need to bring him back or whatever, we need to work out a contract deal, I would do something like that with him, maybe tender him for a year or whatever. Then you got Milo Eifler. I'm not geeking for him. He can go. Jared Patterson, another restricted free agent. My guy, JP. JP, man, I love you, bro. You're one of my favorite players on the team, obviously. Go somewhere where you can get playing time because they're playing with you, bro. I swear, if he was 5'9", 5'10", Jared Patterson would probably be the best back on this team. He would get more respect. But since he's short and small, they want to overlook him. I hope he goes somewhere, man, and go make him pay because JP is really good. Show that again in the Cowboys game. But again, apparently, I don't know nothing, right? Jeremy Reeves, unrestricted free agent, Pro Bowl Revo. Bring him back. They're going to bring him back. He obviously just made a Pro Bowl. He's one of the best special teams players in the league. He is going to come back here. And then you got Eli Wolf. He can go. Cole Holcomb, I want Cole Holcomb back here. I know a lot of y'all are saying Cole, he don't need to be back here. I'm not geeking for Cole Holcomb. He is a guy that I want back here, okay? Cole Holcomb on a reasonable deal is what we need because right now we just have Jamin Davis. We need to get Cole Holcomb and then add more to that linebacker group. So let me know what you guys think about it. There you have it. That is my free agents that I believe Washington should resign. And we talked a little bit about the Kam Curl situation. Let me know what you guys think about both of those. As always, me and Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Build to the Washington Commanders. Want to roll to 6,000 subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. See you guys next time. I'm out. Peace. Cost me one time, that's gonna get you popped.
get you.